You know, guys, I'm liking Rivian more and more these days. I think what they're doing is fantastic, and I love the fact that their customers are so happy with their purchases. I mean, Rivian just won the most loved car award. I mean, basically, they essentially surveyed everyone who's bought a Rivian vehicle, and nearly, not all of them, but nearly all of them were really, really happy with it. So Rivian won the award for the most loved vehicles. Now they've just reduced prices of their pickup truck and the SUV with different battery pack sizes, making them more accessible than ever. And they do qualify for EV incentives as well, which is great news. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. I wish these vehicles were available in Australia. And by the way, Rivian did say they planned on selling them in Australia, but I don't see that happening anytime soon because, of course, you guys have the steering wheel on the wrong side of the car. No, you guys have it on the right, so we have it on the wrong side, whatever. Here in Australia, we have vehicles, we drive on the right-hand side of the road. So the steering wheel is on the right-hand side of the car. So unfortunately, Rivian can't just send vehicles to us. They have to have a different production line. And it's one of the problems with being in a country that has right-hand drive vehicles, makes it more challenging. It's the reason Tesla don't sell the Model X and the Model S in Australia anymore. The cheapest Rivian R1T now comes at $69,900 qualifies for EV incentives, meaning $62,500. I think that's actually a really good price for a vehicle this big. And it's not a bargain basement vehicle. It's very luxurious. It's got lots of little details. I think it's a phenomenal car for this price. I think it's really being underrated. You've got, in my opinion, two really good options in this area, in this market space in the US right now. You've got the EV9, the Kia EV9, and then you've got the R1T, the R1S. I probably would purchase an R1S personally. You also got the Tesla Model X, but it's sort of a different type shape vehicle. These are more boxy cars versus the Model X's more rounded shape. So now you've got two additional battery pack options to choose from, giving you more prices and more choice. Rivian has listed its standard battery pack on its online configurator for some time. However, if you opt for the dual motor all-wheel drive powertrain, in the case of the R1T, you get 270 miles of range. So in the case of the pickup truck, you get 270 miles or 435 kilometers of range. The R1S, which is of course the SUV version, gets the same range, actually 270 miles as well. And that's the base specification. So that's the cheapest model, and that comes in at $69,900. Then you've got the standard plus battery. So it's a bit bigger battery pack, and this is going to give you more range. You do pay a bit more money for it though. The dual motor and the dual motor performance powertrains are available at this level. Range is 315 miles. I think that's pretty well the sweet spot, right? 315 miles, 507 kilometers. That for me would be perfect. Rivian hasn't provided any information about these battery packs in terms of what battery chemistry they are, but I'm going to guess they're probably NMC. Battery size. It's a 106 kilowatt hour size battery pack in the standard range version. In the standard plus, it has a 121 kilowatt hour size. So almost the same size battery pack in the standard plus as what you get in the Tesla Cybertruck. All versions of the Cybertruck, the dual motor and the tri-motor, have a 123 kilowatt hour pack. So almost the same as the Cybertruck. Entry level R1T dual with a standard battery costs $69,900. R1T dual standard plus, so the bigger battery pack, is $73,000. So you're going to pay $3,000 more for that extra range. You're getting 45 miles more range for $3,000. Even though it doesn't sound like that much, I think it's worth it personally. Now the R1T Performance Dual Standard Plus, so more power plus the bigger battery pack, is $78,000. Prices for the R1S start at $75,000. So the R1S, the SUV, it's more expensive, $5,000 more expensive than the pickup truck. Price $74,900 for the standard battery. Dual Standard Plus, an extra $3,000. The R1S Performance Dual, so more power, is $83,000. I reckon the sweet spot for that SUV as well is also the larger battery pack without the extra power. I don't think you need that extra power, but anyway, $78,000 for that model. So many of these cars now are priced below $80,000. In fact, all these vehicles except for the R1S with the Performance Dual Standard Plus, that's the only one that's over the $80,000 threshold. So you've got 5 different models now from Rivian that qualify for a $7,500 tax incentive, but unfortunately, they don't actually qualify for the full incentive. They only get the half of that incentive. They get $3,750, which means that the cheapest pickup truck from Rivian, you can get that for around, $66,000. The cheapest SUV is around $71,000. Now, if that's not enough range for you, you can get a more expensive version of both vehicles. Sitting above the Standard and the Standard Plus packs are the Large and the Max batteries. The large battery gives you 352 miles of range, that's 566 kilometers, and the super big battery pack gives you 410 miles of range, that's 660 kilometers. That's quite expensive though, that model. It's not a lot of people are going to purchase that vehicle. Now, like I said before, I think these vehicles are really good, but it's worth keeping in mind it is not, in some ways, not a direct competitor to the Tesla Cybertruck. A lot of people think it is. It's a significantly smaller vehicle. It's sort of like the difference between, say, a Ford F-150 and a Ford Ranger in terms of size if you compare the Cybertruck to the Rivian R1T. Does that make it not a good choice? No, I don't think it's a great choice. I mean, if you can handle having that smaller tray on the back, it's definitely a good option. And there's a lot of nice features in these, both in the Rivian R1T and the R1S. Very luxurious vehicles. I'm a big fan. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.